Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's your girl Cece. Welcome back again to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Cece and thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So I want all the boy moms to please come to the front. Come to the front. We need to have this conversation today because I know that there are a lot of ladies that have some questions for you because the video that we're about to see, I can't make this up. So this content creator in one of her videos talked about the mother and son relationships. And in that video, she called out these mothers that are overprotecting their sons, that are interfering in their sons' relationships, and their marriages and all that. For some reason, that video didn't sit well with a lot of them. I mean, the boy moms. They sent her emails, which she read out in one of her videos. And these emails wowed a lot of women. Now, I'm going to show you all these videos, and of course, I'm going to show you some stitches. I can't make this up. Like, I have been hearing stories, about, boy moms, but these emails really wowed me. I can't make this up. Please check this video out.
Niche, you remember when we talked about all of this and we were doing the videos back and forth? Baby, the video ain't even been out a few hours. I done already got 5 emails. I just ain't read them yet because I got a lot of stuff going on and doing. But like 3 of them were titled, "It's okay if my son's a mama's boy." I'm about to read this one. I had to find that email so I can read it, niece. I was gonna wait because I was trying to see how many emails I actually get in. But baby, hey Nanny Q, I thought that you were one of my favorite content creators until I saw the video that you posted about moms and sons. Women like you kill me. No matter who he is with, he's going to always be my son. No woman will be able to come between me and my son. I am my son's first love. I am my son's first Valentine. I am my son's first date. I am his first everything. People always tell me that I treat my son like he's my man because he is until I find one. I am happy being single because I know my sons are always going to take care of me. Yes, I have a daughter. Yes, she does what she wants, but she understands mama is the queen of the house. And when I call, all my kids come running. I'm not for sure who raised y'all, but when it comes to moms and their sons, a mother will always be first over any woman when it comes to her son. This is the reason why I tell my sons it's better to sleep around, plant your seed, and have fun, because I don't need any woman coming between what me and my sons have. They each take a day and come over and do whatever I need around the house. They each take me out to dinner, breakfast, and lunch. They pay my bills. They take care of me. I'm the first woman. One of my sons tried to get married. It didn't last, and I made sure of that. They all know if I don't like her, she would never stand a chance. Hopefully, more moms will stand up to people like you so you guys can understand that it's mamas first. Yes, in the Bible, it does say once a man gets married, he flees from his parents. But God wasn't talking about me. He was talking about them other mamas. P.S. Hopefully your video gets taken down. I tried to report it, but I didn't know what to report it as, because that's just trifling to think that just because my son has a wife or a girlfriend that he shouldn't do what I tell him to do. I am the reason why he is on this earth.
Now, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Okay, stay with me because we are going to listen to her. We are going to hear her read out another email from another boy mom. Check this video out.
Oh, babe, I hit a nerve because now the mamas are emailing me. They mad. I wasn't going to do this one, but I'm going to do it for Cause I love y'all. I got you. Hey, Nanny Q. I've been following you for a few months now, and I love your page. However, the topic of discussion that you're doing about the mother and son relationship is really getting on my nerves. I love my son. My son is my world. He is my king. My son is 32 years old, and he knows that I am the first lady in his life and will always be the first lady in his life. I make sure every woman he dates knows how important I am to my son and that he's going to do anything for his mom. I have 3 sons, and all of them know exactly how I feel. Don't date nobody or bring anybody around me who think they better than me. You can have your fun and enjoy your life, but when I call, you answer. When I say come home, you fly home. There's no reason for you to start saying, oh, I have plans with my wife or my girlfriend. I'm your mother, and I will always be the head in everybody's life. Say what you want. You can believe what you want. But as a mother of all boys, I am the most important person in their life. Not even a wife, a girlfriend, or a baby mama can step in my shoes. Period, Pooh. First of all, you're a grown-ass woman. Why the hell is you saying period, Pooh? That's 1. 2, your sons ain't, baby, you going to the nursing home because they want a life. Yeah, you doing way too much. You told them they fly in town every time you say so. Oh, you got money. Okay, girl, I see. But you're making them miserable, truthfully. Yeah, that's just way too much. Like, that's way too much. Y'all be out there like that for real on these boys? Like they can't have a life because I got a son. Enjoy your life, baby. I don't even care if anything happened to my husband. I'm not going to expect my son to take the place of my husband doing stuff around my house. No, it's my responsibility. I'm not going to tell my son, yeah, I need you to come, especially if he lives somewhere else. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, you got to come down here, and I need you to do this because I can't do it because I'm by myself. I'm going to learn how to do it. I know my son is probably going to come down and want to do little stuff, but y'all need some therapy. Y'all need Jesus, some holy oil, some sage. Y'all need some healing because that ain't how that go, baby. Oof, I hate it.
Now, y'all see the reasons why your relationships are not working out. Because we have these mothers that are overprotective of their sons. We have these mothers that think that they can control their sons and tell them what to do and what not to do. Now, I'm not disputing the fact that he is your son. Of course, he is your son. But your son has got to live his life. Your son has got to make decisions for himself. Your son has got to marry, take care of his family, and of course, look after you. Now, I tell you, a lot of women are going through a lot in the hands of these boy moms. I tell you this for free. Now, these mothers pampered their son because he is my son. He is my only son. But mama, what about your girls? What about your daughters? Anyways, you guys, I have put together a few stitches. Let's just hear from these women. Of course, some of them, shared their stories. Yo, honestly, these emails, please check the stitches out.
No woman will be able to come between me and my son.
Ooh. Go back and watch the video and come back. Baby, the PTSD. Oh, story time. Now, if you've been following me for a while or you come and watch my lives, you may have heard me talk about when I was married to a narcissist. Now, what I have never talked about is his mama. So just a little bit of backstory. Me and my ex met and married within 6 months. He's a military man. If you know, you know. And so there wasn't a lot of time for like getting to know family and all of that. Fair enough. Now, once we actually got married, he did not tell his mother or his family, which, you know, was a huge red flag, definitely rubbed me the wrong way, and I just really wasn't having it. So I began to like push him to tell his mother, because me and all of my new daughter-in-law bliss clearly did not think this through. Anywho, he tells her, and who do you think she decides to direct her anger and frustration for not being told sooner at? Of course, me. But ma'am, I did not know you, certainly did not have your phone number, and absolutely had no way of telling you myself. So why are you mad at me and not your son? And furthermore, why aren't you questioning why he didn't want to tell you in the first place? But I digress. So because of all of this, our first conversation wasn't very nice, and this was over the phone. And then shortly thereafter, she decides she wants to come on down for a visit, which she does. And she shows up with his youngest brother and another woman who was his other brother's baby mama. Now, my husband at the time, he was a drill instructor, worked crazy hours, and slept when he wasn't at work. So the majority of the time that I spent with her that weekend was without his presence. So this lady proceeds to tell me that her son will always love her more than he loves me. And then she says, and if I don't like you, I will make sure that you and my son get a divorce. Now, when she drops that little tidbit, I'm like, really? Okay, say less. And I ain't gonna lie to you or make it sound fly to you. I juju that woman down to the ground. Yes, I did. I made sure that that woman never stepped foot in my house again. And I can promise you, she never did. She lived 2 miles down the road from my house for at least 2 years in the house of her other son's mistress, who, by the way, was the same baby mama that showed up to that very first visit. But that's a story for another time. And if you want to hear that, you're going to have to read my book, How I Out-Narked a Narc. A whole mess. The whole family. But baby, as soon as she started talking crazy to me, I did everything I needed to do to make sure that that woman never saw my face again, never stepped foot in my house again, and her son wasn't finna divorce anybody until I said so. And still to date, I have never seen that woman again. Go play with your other daughter-in-law. And Miss Ma'am, you can have your little raggedy son back now. I done got everything that I needed. Thank you.
Niche, you remember when we talked about all of this and we were doing the videos?
I cannot believe that I have been relegated to this. I am a Gen Xer who's part of the respectability politics generation. I took my braids out, and so my hair is all over the place. So I had a shower, and I'm getting my tea ready to go to bed because I'm an island woman, so we drink tea before we go to our bed. And all of my FYPs, either Amanda Seals or these mothers who need to find a coach and some meds. What the hell is wrong with these women? Why is it that these women believe that their sons have some kind of obligation to them? It is unhealthy. It is not natural. Something is wrong with it. Something is wrong with it. It's almost like it begins with P and ends with A. It's not normal for you to have these kinds of feelings for somebody that you gave birth to. I don't get it. I am a boy mom. And while I'm willing to be very supportive of my son, because God knows when he graduates from college next year, it's going to take him a minute before he can buy a house. I have no problem with him coming back in to live with me and until he can make it on his own. I even said to him, I have no problem if you have a girlfriend and she comes here, because, you know, he's going to be an adult and, you know, adults do adult things. As long as she's respectful of me and my home, I'm okay with that. I do not understand these mothers with these unnatural attachments to their boy children who believe that their entire existence is them being able to control and manipulate the children that they gave birth to. It is not healthy. It is not normal. And God knows you need to get help. It isn't. After you raise your kids, you look forward to, you know, whatever the next stage of life is. I'm not looking forward to being a grandmother. I'm just going to tell them I'm not looking forward to it. I love being a mom. I don't know that I'm going to love being a grandmother. I'm going to be one of them that's cursing because, no, you can't drop your kid off. I'm going to be doing brunch and doing all the things. But my goal has been to raise my son to be a good person for whomever is going to be his life partner. Why would I think that I would usurp her role? Why would I think that I need to manipulate him in order for me to have a level of importance and relevance? I'm his mom. I'm always going to be his mom. And if I did a good job, he will trust me. He will bounce ideas off me. He will do a number of things. But my job is to step back and allow him to grow and flourish. These mothers need to look at the relationship they had with their mothers and examine the damage it did to them and the damage they continue to do moving forward. Because you are creating emotionally crippled men, but I believe that's what you want, because you don't want your sons to move along. But what these mothers need to stop and think about is that you're going to keel over and die. And where will your son be then?
People always tell me that I treat my son like he's my man because he is.
Boy, moms, don't do that. That clip was from Nanny Q. If you guys aren't following her, go follow her. She's talking about how some mothers not only parentify and adultify their boys at a young age, but they turn them into their boyfriends or husbands. And this woman was answering her or complaining to her in an email that she doesn't know what she's talking about, because her, as the mother of a boy, has a right to do this to her son. That he is the man of that house and that he is going to support her and take care of her like he was her man, not her son. She raised him to be her man. Don't do that. It's incestuous and it's mentally unhealthy for the child. It is draining on their souls. It is draining on their emotions and their mental capacities, because now they have it in their heads that not only are they responsible for themselves, but they're responsible for their mother and the household. You know, when we say things like, oh, you're the man of the house now. Oh, little man is going to take care of everybody. That is a lot of pressure to put on a child. It's a lot of pressure to put on your son. It is not your son's responsibility to be in the place of a father figure or your husband or the man of the house. It is not their job. Their job is to be children and to figure themselves out and to learn their own emotions and who they want to be. Your job is to help them grow into a responsible, caring, loving human that's not going to go out and traumatize people. When you adultify your son and put them in the position of being a husband role or your boyfriend role, they're going to go out and treat women poorly because they're not going to understand that line. They're not going to understand that boundary. You're creating disaster. You're creating harm. You're creating trauma. Don't do that. That's not a good look. That's incestuous, and we don't do that here. It's gross. Stop it.
No woman will be able to come between me and my son.
Go back and listen to that unhinged email that woman is reading. Like, ew. Ew. The absolute, just the level of, is so unhealthy, so gross for women who act like this with their sons. Like no other woman could be good enough for my son, or I'm always going to be the most important woman in my son's life. No, that is so unnatural. That is so unhealthy. And ew, no, no ma'am. No, listen, my two sons, one of them is 6 and one of them is 4. My 6-year-old, he was born with many health issues, several congenital defects. We spent the first year of his life in and out of the hospital, multiple surgeries, lots of doctor's appointments. I mean, he's a very healthy kid, considering, but he does, he's got limb differences, he's got some spinal abnormalities, and, and some of these things, even though they're not, like, super health impacting, they're very apparent, and obviously, like, he's in school now, and there are definitely parts of me that want to protect my son from other people, but, I see how he is, and how gregarious and outgoing he is, and how much his friends, like, love him, how just drawn to him people are. But I know when he does get to dating age, it will be difficult for me, because I love my son and I want to protect him from any kind of, like, heartbreak in that instance, right? And the thing is I call him my mama's boy. He calls himself my mama's boy. The thing is, that only lasts while he's a boy, and I am under no delusion about that. My younger son, only up until about a year ago, like, we would joke, like, he's the baby, and I'd, like, be holding him, cuddling him, and be like, are you my mama's boy? And he'd be like, flat out, no. And then my older son pop out of nowhere, I'm your mama's boy. That's right, you are. About a year ago, my younger son, like, finally was like, I want to be your mama's boy. I'm like, okay. And we have this little thing that, we say that started with my older son. He started it, and it's just continued. They'll say, I'm your mama's boy forever and ever, all the way to the top. And it's just our little thing that we say to each other. And I'll ask them, are you my mama's boy? Yeah. Forever and ever? Yes. All the way to the top? Yes. And I love that. But that is while they are boys. And my goal as a mom is to make sure that these boys grow into men who, because they have loved their mother so well, because they have valued her so well, they know how to love and value a woman in a life partnership. So part of that is my relationship with them, but also the other big part of it is seeing my relationship with my husband, their dad, and seeing how he values me as his wife, as a woman, as the mother of his children, and see how he places a priority on me, not overshadowing my position as his life partner, as the mother of his children, with his relationship with his mother. It doesn't mean that my husband's relationship with his mother is not important, or that I don't see any value in that, or anything like that. But there is a difference between a boy and a man. And if you as a woman cannot understand the difference, you are seriously disserving your sons. And you are setting them up for significant dysfunction in their future relationships as boyfriends, as husbands, and as fathers, especially as fathers to girls. Because how a boy evolves in his relationship with his mom is so strongly correlated with how he treats his daughters and whether he treats them in a healthy way or in a toxic way. And this whole no woman will be good enough for my son, I will always be the number one woman in his life, that whole attitude, that nonsense, that is toxicity. That is poison to a future man's ability to have a healthy relationship with a woman. So are my 6-year-old and 4-year-old my mama's boys? Absolutely. I love them. They drive me crazy, and there's way too much talk of poop in my house. But they're my mama's boys. And eventually my mama's boys are gonna grow up. And I'm gonna watch them become healthy, compassionate, strong, and loving men to the women in their lives. I know it's always a thing between, dads and daughters and moms and sons, but I think it's because we see the ick of our gender. Like, I know how girls are, and yeah, it gives me some kind of heartburn, makes me feel some kind of way thinking about the potential that my sons have to come up to some of these girls, and just knowing, like, oh, I don't want him to go through that with those kind of people. I know how girls can be. My husband feels the same way about our girls. He knows how boys can be, and he doesn't want to see any boys that he knows how they can be being with his daughters. And I don't want to see my boys being with girls knowing how they can be being with my sons. This is life. It's part of life. And we're not always going to be able to save them from the hurts. Nor should we. Because growth sometimes is pain. All we can be there is to be there and be supportive. That's all we can do. My mama's boys are going to grow up to be wonderful men. And I will be a witness to that. I will not be a hindrance to it. Because I am not the main character in my son's lives.
Niche, you remember when we talked about all of this and we were doing the videos?
Alright, go back and look at the whole motherfucking video. I ain't even gonna front. I'm so glad my mom ain't like this, because get the fuck out my face. You raised me to eventually get out your house. Please get the fuck on with the extra shit. Hell no. And just because you don't like somebody that I brought, I can understand if you saw that she wasn't a good fit for me or a good woman for me. But if she's a good woman and you're mad because you're going to lose the attention that I give you, even though I'm your motherfucking son and not your motherfucking man, bitch, you're tripping. Bitch, you're tripping. Because hell no. Like, the fuck? Like, I ain't your boyfriend. I ain't your nigga. What? Like, mom, you're tripping. You're tripping. Like, and women who are like this, bro, you really make me feel like you're trying to get your son some coochie, man. That shit ain't right. That's called incest. It's called incest. Not incense. Incest. You feel me? Like, she must be got father issues or some shit, because ain't no motherfucking way. Hell fuck no.
So I took some screenshots of comments. You all know how we do it here, so you guys can see what other people said about the video. Please pause to read if you want to. This is a thing, okay? This is a thing. And I said it earlier, this is one of the reasons why your relationships are not working out, because there is somebody out there that is telling her son what to do and what not to do. Anyways, guys, I just want to hear from you. What do you have to say about these videos? I mean, you all have seen the stitches and you heard her read out the emails for us. But let me know what you all think in the comment, what you have to say. And if you are one of these moms seeing my video, please leave your son to live his life. Leave your son to make choices. Leave your son to live peacefully and stay peacefully in his relationships. I mean, of course, you are the mother, you are the queen mother. That is, nobody is taking that position away from you. Anyways, y'all, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see y'all in my next one. Y'all be blessed. Bye.